Hey, welcome back to NJ.com. I'm James Kratch here with Joe Zedalis. We're about to talk Central Jersey Group 2 playoff bracket. Joe, Rumson Fairhaven's the 2 seed in this bracket, but I think they've got to be the favorite after what he did last year.
Well, I would tend to agree with that. I mean, they have a proven playoff tradition. I mean, they beat a very fast, very athletic team from Aquag last year. The only question about Rumson right now is the health of Charlie Volker, their 2,000-yard tailback. He sat out last week with a bad ankle. He missed 2 games this year with a bad ankle. They say he could have played if they needed him. I think they're going to need him this week.
You know, definitely. Johnson really is kind of surging. One of 3 mid-state 38 teams in this bracket, I think, have a real shot to make some noise. Start at the top, obviously. Top-seeded Roselle, sort of like that Wequahic team from last year. Very strong, very fast, kind of a quirk. They haven't played a game on turf all year, and they won't until the final because they have home field advantage, Arminio Field, which is grass. So that will be something to maybe watch for if they get to the final, how that speed plays out. But I think getting to the finals is going to be a tough task, potentially with a matchup with Delaware Valley looming in the semifinals. Del Val lost to Roselle at home, last-second touchdown earlier in the season. Corey Shedlock and company, that single-wing rush attack they do. I think that if Roselle gets Del Val again in the semifinals, if they get past a very good Lakewood club, as you'll test too, that might be a real test for them.
And I think the other team coming out of the bottom is going to be Cinnamenson, the number 3 seed. They're playing Bordentown. Those 2 teams met earlier this year in a wild game that went right down to the wire. I mean, Bordentown has one of the most exciting players in New Jersey, and tailback Jameer Van Klein, who scored 6 touchdowns last weekend.
On 20 carries.
On 22 carries. So, James, how do you see, who do you have coming out and who do you have winning?
I think Rumson Fairhaven, for me, is a given. Even if I'm sure Volker is healthy and they're just so strong, I think they have a good draw down there. I'm going to go with the upset. I think Delaware Valley, if they can get past a Spotswood club that's got a lot of momentum after winning the GMC Blue Division this past weekend, they can get past Spotswood. I think they could potentially match up. It's going to be the same sort of game, same surface as Roselle. It was a last-second play, maybe goes the other way. I think Del Val gets to the final, but I think Rumson Fairhaven's just a little bit too strong, and they'll win the section again.
I see it. I see Rumson coming out from the bottom. Because they haven't had Volker and they had a sophomore quarterback, they've had to find ways to win games, and they've had some tough games. I mean, St. John Vianney beat them. Long Branch beat them. They had to score late to beat Manasquan. So I think they're more playoff ready and tested than they've been before. I also love defensive coordinator Jerry Schulte. I see Roselle coming out of the top bracket, but I'm going to pick Rumson by 2 touchdowns.
So those are our picks for Central Jersey Group 2. We'll have picks for all other 23 sections here on NJ.com. So keep it here, and we'll see you next time.